Hi friends, it's time for another Kidsville at Home. Today we're going to talk about the word centennial. Centennial, and that it is equal to 100. 100 years to be exact. 100 years is what made Centennial Park have its name. They were celebrating the birthday of Tennessee, a whole state, and they wanted to celebrate that it had been a state for 100 years. And 100 years is called a centennial. So as they celebrated Tennessee being 100 years old, they said, we're going to have a big celebration. It was called the Centennial Exposition. After that exposition was over, they became a park. Centennial Park is what it was called. And Centennial Park has many delights for all of us. In Centennial Park, there is a statue celebrating 100 years of women having the right to vote. In 1920, women said, we want to make sure we have a vote, and they didn't yet. So we're celebrating 100 years of voting for women. It's a centennial again. Centennial, 100 years. 100 can be many numbers. If I list out, look how many little boxes with the numbers to count up to 100 are. It's easy to remember what centennial is with using money. I've gathered some money right here. I've got a jar full of 100 pennies. And 100 pennies make up $1. So if 100 equals $1, and each one of these pennies, have you heard them called cents? And cent is the same part of that word centennial. You can see it on my sheet here. Centennial and 100 cents. So that means that a cent is part of that big 100. So 1 cent, if I add 100 of them, I've got a whole dollar. 100 pennies, 100 cents, it's like a centennial. There's 100 in it. So a centennial has 100 years. $1 has 100 cents. Do you get how the counting's going? What other things could you count to 100? Think about things that you want to do or find or collect. Could you find 100 leaves, 100 rocks? Or what about counting eating how many bites of vegetables you do? How many bites do you think you could get in a day? And then how many days would it take you to add up to 100? Carrots? I think I could take tiny bites. Or I could take, I might get up to 100 pretty fast. I'm gonna have to try that one. Our friends at Centennial Sportsplex have got a couple of exercise moves to help us count to 100.
Hello everybody at home, I'm Dylan Hoyt from Centennial Sportsplex. I work here at the Fitness and Tennis Center, and I have an exercise that you guys can do at home. For 100 seconds, we can try to do a plank, which will come down here on your elbows, feet up, and you button that sagging down, and button that up in the air, but nice and flat like a plank, and then up to, we'll do 100 seconds. N 99, 100. Woo! Another thing we can do for 100 is 100 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
Hey, how you doing? This is Jalen Dunnigan with Centennial Sportsplex, celebrating 100 years with Centennial, and I'll give you 100 reps of push-ups. Keep going. All the way to 100. Don't stop. 100. Don't stop until you get there.
Hey guys, we're going to do 100 squats. What we're going to do is have your feet shoulder width apart. You can have your hands out in front of you, and you're going to bend down like you're sitting down. Make sure to keep your knees behind or over your toes, and stand right back up. Go down again, and back up. 100 times.
Everybody, why don't you make sure you stay safe at home. These are some exercises you can do at home. We hope to see everybody soon. Right now we're not offering our junior tennis clinics, but hopefully in the near future we will start to hold those again, and we look forward to seeing you then.
We would love to know what you guys thought of to do of 100 of. If it's an activity, something you're making, something you're doing, tag us on social media at hashtag Kidsville at Home. Remember, Kidsville Online is on Facebook or Instagram. Tell us what you're doing. Tag us with the Kidsville at Home, or just tag us in your posting. Do a picture, do a video of you doing 100 of something, or the beginnings of 100. It starts with just a little bit. Like if I was saving money and I saved a penny a day, 100 days, and I would have $1 whole. Remember, a cent becomes part of that whole centennial, all of the 100, one at a time. Now we are celebrating in Centennial Park 100 years of women's suffrage, and we're also celebrating you. Bye-bye.